to recovery is a straight line, but when you're ready, it leads you to Sierra Tucson, treating mind, body, and spirit with the most advanced clinical and integrative therapies, led by a world-class team of doctors and therapists who have made Sierra Tucson the leader in addiction and behavioral health treatment for 30 years. Step out of your routine, focus on recovery, and miracles can happen. Sierra Tucson, where change begins.
And that road to change and recovery starts with just a single step, and it's made a whole lot easier by the caring professionals at Sierra Tucson.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Aaron Wilson is here with all the details. Nice to have you here, Doctor.
Thanks so much for having me.
Pleasure to see you. So let's start with a very basic question. Who is Sierra Tucson?
So Sierra Tucson is a treatment center here in Tucson. It's one of the best kept secrets, but it's an internationally renowned treatment center. We get patients from all over the country, all over, across over in Great Britain, I mean, pretty much from all over. And it's a 160-acre campus. It's really focusing on multiple different treatment modalities.
You are at the top of the top. I mean, you are exceptional in what you do. So your reputation is certainly there around the world. But for us here in Tucson, not many of us realize where Sierra Tucson is located.
Absolutely. It's we're up north. We're in the Catalina foothills. As I mentioned, it's a 160-acre campus. Sometimes when you pull up, you feel like they cue the birds to land on your shoulder.
Of course,
it's just a beautiful setting,
yes.
The sound of music, if you will. But but it's up north, right here in town.
And you mentioned modalities, so let's talk about the different areas of treatment that Sierra Tucson actually provides.
Sure. So we target many different mental health conditions, if you will. We go after mood and anxiety disorders, substance use disorders, alcohol and drug addictions. We have a very robust trauma recovery program working with patients with PTSD. We also work with pain recovery, so patients that have been through long struggles with pain and are just looking for alternatives to high-dose opiates and those types of things.
Right, and you run the full spectrum, it sounds like. I mean, so many of us, too, as we get older, and it just seems like in daily life as a society, we are experiencing that anxiety on a regular basis and as a general population. So tell us a little bit more about Sierra Tucson's model.
So the model that we employ, it's an individualized treatment, and a lot of people when they go to treatment centers, it's kind of a rubber stamp approach, if you will, where it's kind of one size fits all, and if that doesn't work, we're really sorry, try somewhere else. And so what we do at Sierra Tucson is really try to meet people where they are and to individualize their treatment to them. Everybody has unique needs, everybody's had unique experiences, trauma, those types of things, and so really going after that. And we have a team of experts that meet with patients, psychiatrists, psychologists, naturopathic physicians, physical therapists, chiropractors. I mean, there's a huge group of providers that really kind of look at patients from different angles to make sure that we fully understand what's going on.
Because chemically, we're all made differently.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so true. And so talk about some of those, dive a little deeper into the therapies that you provide. Sure. People might be wondering, how do you treat some of these disorders?
Sure. And again, we have multiple different modalities and we try to adapt to each patient, but we have things like cognitive behavioral therapy, EMDR, somatic experiencing, we have neurofeedback, biofeedback, we have transcranial magnetic stimulation. I mean, really, it's nice to have all those different gears because, you have to adapt to each patient.
And it looks like you have equine therapy as well.
Absolutely. Equine therapy is a huge part of what we do. It's very helpful to break through for a lot of patients that have a lot of trauma that aren't able to kind of vocalize what they've been through.
Oh, and it works. It's powerful. And it's not just with maybe a teenager who's struggling with something, but PTSD patients that I'm sure that you see. Have you seen some of the outcomes from what that provides?
Absolutely. So we've seen people that come in, they aren't able to kind of articulate what they've been through, and we'll put them out there with the horses, and then we have mini horses now, and just everybody connects with a different animal in some way, and it really just kind of opens the door for them to be able to start to share. It's powerful to watch.
And you're ever expanding, of course. Let's talk about Copper Sky, the new building.
Yeah, brand new state-of-the-art building. We're really excited about it. Just recently opened. It's going to really expand our ability to help more people. It gives us another setting to provide kind of individualized care. Some patients may have higher needs that maybe can't be out in a 160-acre campus.
Right.
And so having a smaller container for them and just having different speeds is really helpful.
Personally, I just want to touch on the fact that, I mean, you're in charge of all of this. What has it meant to you to see some of these people have these breakthroughs?
You know, it's been really powerful. It's a place I've worked in several settings, and I've never seen the transformation that I see at Sierra Tucson. And probably more importantly than that is not just seeing the change, but seeing it sustain. That sustainable change, that people don't just get better for the month they're with us or however long they're with us. They take that back to the communities, and they continue with that.
And they can thrive.
And on that note, you provide support even after they leave.
We do. We have a very robust continuing care program to set people up with really good aftercare services. We've developed an app that because this is the app era.
Sure.
So we have an app that you can continue to kind of check in with a recovery coach and a team of experts.
Excellent. Just a little bit of everything. Incredible. We could talk about this all day long because there is a lot to dive into, but thanks so much for being here.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Thank you both.
And Sierra Tucson makes it simple and works with most insurance companies. So if you'd like to learn more, you can visit sierratucson.com or you can call them at 1-800-842-4487.